This is Daniel Horowitz, attorney in Lafayette, California. I'm going to talk to you today about the right to a speedy trial. Sounds fair? You have a right to a trial that's speedy, fast, prompt. You can't be locked up for weeks, months, or years before you get your case heard in front of a jury of 12 normal people who know right from wrong, and if you're innocent, will set you free. But let me tell you something. The right to a speedy trial is not a real right. It exists, but people wait 2, 3, 4 years sometimes for a jury trial. Why? I'll tell you why. Because the preparation time to get a case ready for trial on the defense side doesn't take place in 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days in most cases. Sure, if it's a drunk driving case and the only question is whether I had zero point 0.1 level of alcohol or 0.09 or 0.07, that's not a big deal. That's easy. One expert witness, a few little pieces of paper to look at. You can do that trial in 3 days. But if you have a case involving murder or financial fraud, the paperwork is going to fill 1 or 2 or 3 banker boxes. And every witness's statement has to be analyzed, put in a database. Statements on every different key topic. What color was the gun? Where was the witness standing? So on and so forth. It all has to be interrelated and cross-related. And discrepancies between different witnesses and discrepancies between the same witness in different statements all have to be put together in a form that makes it very usable in real life at trial. And I can tell you that, first of all, the expense of preparing runs into the tens of thousands of dollars. But the time, the tedious task of entering the data, and then the tedious task of the lawyer learning where all the hidden nuggets are, that slows down trials so that a speedy trial is usually an unfair trial. Because remember, the prosecution has had time to prepare before they file. The prosecution has massive teams to prepare their case, including the police and office staff and so on. You will often have one lawyer, 2 lawyers at most, and a paralegal and maybe a document manager, maybe an investigator. It seems like a lot, 5 people, but it is not a lot of people to put together a theater presentation, create a movie. That's what a trial is. It's a movie production, particularly in COVID times with Zoom, with a lot of remote hearings. I would never do a COVID jury trial, but if you did one, it's almost like doing a video presentation with the jurors separated in the courtroom and watching a lot of things on screen and from a distance. But when things return to normal from COVID, you're still in a courtroom putting on a theater performance. And you'll have props, and you'll have videos, and you'll have interactions that are dramatic. Time and preparation. So when a client comes to me and says, I want a speedy trial, my answer is, get a different lawyer, because I want to give you a great trial, the best trial you possibly can. And for that, unfortunately, you'll need to have the patience of Job. But in the end, the result is much better when you go to trial with proper preparation.